Today is day 33, and we're gonna touch on the topic of the journey. I guess this past year, my life has been probably one of the more challenging years for me. And really what that year has taught me is to learn to be more curious about the future opposed to anxious. So things came into my life that I was not expecting to, and there's been a lot of uprooted. It feels like this season looked like this past year I've been planted. And I went through a lot of darkness, a lot of integration of my shadow self, sitting in the pain and confusion of I don't know what's next for me. I was painting houses, doing murals, doing creative work, and waitressing, and I was like, I'm gonna go to Hawaii, I'm gonna make that happen. And then I ended up pivoting out of painting because multiple reasons, and I got like a bit of a quarter life crisis of being, well, what do I do next? What is my identity? Who do I want to become? I thought I wanted to do this thing, and then I realized, how is that actually building towards the goal of some of the things I want for my future? What have I been doing towards my passion, which is really the life enthusiast, which is this, sharing my message? And so I had to sit in that deep void of disbelief and pain and just be like, oh, I haven't been doing what I want to do. I've been just surviving. And it's hard to sit in that place, and it's hard to just feel what feels like generations of tears and have to integrate that darkness and look at it and be like, oh, there's been indecision in my family. Generations of trying to make the most of what you have. And I know that for me, what I want to do is break that. I want to live. I was created for prosperity. We all are. And so trying to figure out where is the most valuable thing. When you choose to sit in the darkness of being planted, you choose to become prepared for the time of where you reach out into the world. And what I mean by that is I've had to go through that level of darkness to have the level of self-acceptance that I do now. If there's someone that is devastated in their journey because they're just wrecked, they don't know what's next for them, that feeling is really tough to work through. But instead of leading with fear, if you move into a place of excitement and non-attachment to outcomes, because the thing is, you never know fully where you're being directed to. And so if you just take the time to really just be in whatever it is that you are, and you allow your childlike curiosity to lead the way, then that is the journey. But don't forget, it's like in the tarot, there's the hermit. The hermit sits in the dark place and holds his light in the dark. You're not alone in that place. There's an inner witness inside of you. If you allow that witness to be present, to be in it with you. And that witness to me is like asking and inviting God to be in that space with you, because that's the only space I could really share anything with on the deeper level. And so I just want to encourage anyone that might be feeling overwhelmed because they don't know what's next, because there's so many different expectations out there. And so if there's just a bajillion expectations of what you should be or what you think you need to do and all of that, I encourage you to shed all of that and allow yourself to unfold without expectation, but by doing the best that you can and loving yourself as much as possible, because really, we're only here for the blink of time. Why not just try to enjoy this journey called life and all of the beauty and messiness that it is? Because it was created to be that way. We get to experience every range of emotion. Every feeling is like holy in a way. It teaches us something. And so I just hope that wherever you are in your journey, that you allow yourself to move into a space from fear into curiosity. Because maybe you're just in a season of darkness where you've been planted, but you don't realize that you're growing your roots so that you could sprout up into a beautiful oak tree. And so for me personally, it feels like I've been planted. And I'm like, oh my god, finally. But whoa, I thought maybe I was planted a long time ago. But I see the level of having to, again, integrate and having to rise, and just like the kind of years that I just had to heal and become my own authentic self. It's just fascinating, and it's a lifelong journey, and it doesn't end until it does. So it's not over, it's just the beginning, and it's beautiful. Enjoy the journey, because it's only when you have, and it's shorter than you think.